Oh, got the shirt over at Hawaii, Hawaii Con. I was like, oh shit. I was like, how much them? They're like, checking the price, looked at me. I was like, they're free, and I was like, sure. It's like, yeah, we're giving them away. I'm like, well, maybe they're trying to sell me something, right? So maybe it's free. I was like, shit, I'll take two. And I was like, oh shit, long sleeve in Hawaii? Fuck, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Oh. Oh yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was about to throw down my Twitch prowess. I was like, yeah, I got one viewer, sometimes two, most time none. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And like, got a problem with that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll, right? And they'll be like, well, get all intimidated and shit. I'll be like, yo, calm down, calm the fuck down. And it was a little bit intimidating. We just gotta relax, think clearly, let it just pass through you. All right, then you could approach me and be all chill, whatever. I don't know. You know, say being confident comes from inside. You know what I'm saying? It's not should be based on some external bullshit. You know, just look at them like I'm crazy. Like, no, bitch, you're crazy. What's up? Two viewers, bitch. Someone said I got 2K. I got 4K. I'm like, so what? Still, still ain't shit. I mean, how does that benefit me? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I got some gold. Ooh, I got cute Zenyatta. Fuck yeah, I never earned it. Got the cute one. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm horrible at Zenyatta and Anna. Watch other people play. The ding, 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 ding. I'm like, fuck. Oh my god, I went to the gym. It's so packed on Mondays. I go to the weekend, but I guess this like does whatever and just says fuck it. I'm gonna start the weekend new, and then it just jumps up and then falls down. Sundays is a really good go gym. No one's there, but yeah, it's gotta do what you gotta do, man. You walk in the door. I guess you just gotta jump on something, right? I'm not playing that fucking game. So what? Let me stop. Actually, it was pretty good. I got in. It's the hardest thing to get is a bench, and so there's one local. No one wanted to go near her because she's like she looks pretty good and she built and everything. Well, she looks good and she built and everything. You know, got curves and everything. So no one really wanted to mess with her. Then this huge Puerto Rican, is absolutely out to here was on the other thing. So there was like this little avenue of a bench. So like, anybody was in this? They're like, nope. I was like, all right, I will. No, I'm saying that's one thing when you're not shy and you just sort of ask real cool, people let you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't get up in people's personal space and shit, you know what I'm saying? You just be like, all right, you know what I mean? things are open to you. But you know, it's like Mondays, man. It's like, oh, squeezing shit. Oh, we're like, uh, 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 uh. Just close to people and shit. My hitting you in the fucking face, my weight. It's like, oh my god. Did I touch something? Fuck. No. I want to call the cable company. This is ridiculous. I had the update, did the update, so my internet's back on, but I got a mini coaxial cable from the fucking 70s bringing up a signal, and granted it could bring up speed, but it's not stable. I mean, it's not like, obviously, if it cuts out, you know, I don't care about that shit. Oh my god. So annoying. Do some quick plan. I can't get any below bronze, motherfucker. What do you mean penalty? It's like, fuck. Give me a 0 SR. Doesn't matter. You don't see anybody on Xbox, you know, making like going fucking pro and shit, you know. And next someone touches my shit in a tournament, I'm gonna slap their hand and be like, "What, motherfucker?" I already said that. I'm really gonna do it too. Grab their hand, be like, "What you doing, man? Touch my shit." Shit was annoying. Throw my controller down, be like, "Hey, what's up? Xbox in the house, bitch." Me and like two other people. Start elbowing people out of the way. Especially for no apparent reason. Why are you elbowing me? You're going to do something. Just, I don't know. But this is fun. It's called Can We Connect? Where you just mash the A button repeatedly. It's gonna be like, get me in the game. Oh, you think you're playing, right? Disconnect. Haha, bitch. Got you. Microphone check. Microphone check. see what happens. Taking in Omnic. How did I not catch that button? I was at the gym and this not so good looking overweight person was like hovering around me with her boyfriend. And then she told one of my friends like I'm always by her, and then they just looked at her and they're like, you need to deal with this lady that wants to have you seem like you're doing that. And I'm like, I don't really know how to approach that because it's just kind of weird, you know. I don't know you, you know, like why are you hovering around me? Like I literally want to beat the living fuck out of your boyfriend. Like it's like the antithesis of what a Latino is not, you know. Like literally, I want to grab your fucking face and just bash it against the fucking wall. But I just ignored it. Let other people deal with it. It's fine. I can't talk to people that are like fives and below because literally you try to be cool with them. That's what happens. And this person, like, I don't even know who this person is. Like, how do you let your girlfriend do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you get out of that shit? That's what happens when you're in a corrupt fucking place and you try to like bullshit this pass. Because that's the culture over here. You need to be attached to somebody, or else you just can't make it. You need two incomes, and it's just like the exact opposite of like. I hate to say it. I'm not. I don't want to speak to every Puerto Rican, but it's just the opposite of our community being in that like one relationship. Unless you're being married and you found that one person, and it's just like I don't need to be in a relationship to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? It's like so. It's like the Twilight Zone. You deal with people out here. You know. And you can see what the problem is with the community because they keep pushing that, you know what I'm talking about? And it's kind of shameful that you need to be that reliant on someone else to pay your bills. And you sort of know who you're dealing with when certain things come out, you know? It's just like one community, whatever, because, you know, you'd be like cool to one, but hey, what's up? Cool to another, then, ooh, you know, almost sadistic shit to the other, cool and sort of kind of cool with another. So, someone saying, oh, yeah, yeah, I know you caught that spy, what's up? Other people are like, you know, go, you know what I'm saying? It's just all different. And then you see these small little cliques, and you know they only deal with that small little clique, you know. And it's kind of shameful because they don't ever move out of that one community. And to them, that's the whole world, you know. So, I mean, to them, it's reality. Like the whole world is just that one opinion. It's like when I stepped into like acting class, and this one lady, I won't say what their ethnicity was, Japanese, that I was like, both my wives asked me to marry them, and she just sort of looked at me. I was like, yeah. I was like, you don't understand. Like when I'm here, you know, you are disconnected from the mainland. How people view us, you know what I'm talking about? And her like dark skinned people are below. You know what I'm talking about? It's just bizarre, you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, I'm not gonna try to explain it to you, you know what I'm talking about? And then I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, why would I ever ask a woman to marry me? Because then, you know what I'm saying, you give back what you receive. If someone shows me that love, of course I'm gonna return. You know, probably that if I'm attracted to and I feel that way, you know what I'm talking about? But I mean, it's kind of disrespectful or below. I wouldn't say below me or whatever. It's just that wouldn't be, you would already know the answer if someone is going to ask you to marry. You know what I'm talking about? So let her handle that, all the social aspects of that. You know what I'm talking about? And so it's just like, it's not like, you know, well, I'm this, that, and the other half a girl asked me to marry. But when I looked at this girl, it's just like, you really believe that? You know what I'm saying? You really believe that, you know, why would someone ask a dark person? It was just weird, you know, and I think class was a real trial, you know. So dealing with this, my, you know, you saw her on the thing. It was just like every day, you know. I'm talking about dealing with this lady, you know. I'm saying with her biases or whatever, you know. I was like, fuck, man, you know, just walking in there, and it's just so like childish mentality of. She didn't even understood what she was doing was just like condescending, believing that I was below her. You know what I'm talking about? And then she's just totally shy. It's just like one thing if you're outgoing and you have these biases, you could deal with it, you could talk to them. But when you're shy and inward, and you know it's your whole community believes like that, you know what I'm talking about, and you still have that, and it's just like, how do you come off? How does that enter your mentality? You know what I'm talking about? Like I know how, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just because you're disconnected from the rest of the fucking world, you know, and if these beliefs are able to foster and be a cancer over here. When you live in a melting pot, you have to engage with another community. You can't just say it's a melting pot and have none of the behaviors it is to be like, okay, I want to deal with that culture, the other culture, the other culture. Okay, I want to deal with Polynesians. I want to deal with Samoans. I want to deal with Tongans. You know what I'm talking about? That being said, you know, if you have Tahitians, Samoans, and Tongans, and they look a certain way, and here you are with like 10% blood, and you're being, oh man, I'm Hawaiian. It's just like something's, you know, it's just like people are gonna be like, what the fuck, you know? So you can't. It's just bizarre, you know. Talk about. But anyway, you gotta be like, look, I'm gonna engage with Japanese, Koreans, Filipinos, all these other communities. You know what I'm saying? That this blatantly this state. Okay, I'm gonna. We live in a melting pot, and I'm not racist. You know, no, no, no. You gotta be constantly like, okay, I respect your opinion. I don't have to adhere to it, but I respect it. You know what I'm talking about? Understand where you're coming from. I have my own beliefs, talk, but let's see where we overlap and we could, come together on a few things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not gonna love everything. You don't have to, agree with everything, but you at least have to respect where they're coming from, and that's how you do it. Because it always shifts and changes every second of the day. So deal with, Micronesians and deal with black people, deal with all the different white people that come from the mainland. There's three big groups, from the South, Midwest, well, East Coast and West or whatever, have very different beliefs and whatever. And even in there, there's even subgroups, of everything, all different, you know what I'm saying? And so you gotta like sort of constantly like touch base where because it shit changes or whatever, Latinos, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Mayans, um, everything, you know what I'm saying? So I mean that's what it is. So when you say that I'm from a melting pot, don't you gotta you know the behaviors it is when you get along because it's just you me you know what I'm saying it's just like I say it and sometimes I'll come complacent but then I realize we're all kind of racist to begin with and we gotta suppress it to deal with other people and that kind of pisses me off when I had to deal with this lady. I was just like, I mean, it's okay to believe that but you can't approach me like that. You can't actually like talk to me like that. Like that's reality. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like no, I'm not gonna deal with you. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like I can't. Like I'm never gonna deal with it. I don't need to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You on the small island, you need to deal with these people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to. My money's external from the Marine Corps because I've proven what I did for my country that I had balls to do with very few other people on this planet, or I mean this nation, to do. So I don't need to believe all that other bullshit, saying that you have here, and you're like almost like saying, okay, this is how things are or whatever. No, it's not. Things are for me. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not. I wasn't born here. I wasn't raised here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna believe all that nonsense and or your little social structures. Just gonna completely just push it aside and go forward. You know what I'm talking about? And honestly, if you look at it, the upper echelon of the people out here who say this is a melting pot, they realize that and they actually engage with people. They actually know how it is to, deal with people over here and the mainland everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that's globally minded. You know what I'm talking about? And you see them succeeding. You know what I'm saying? They're not isolated in one little group. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just going to stay in this one little group and that's it. That's the world to me. You know what I'm saying? And those are people I deal with. You know what I'm saying? That want to, not just preserve, Hawaiian culture, but, saying just grow it out how it's supposed to be, not being exclusive, you know what I'm saying? Because you see it when I see older, you could tell they're from like Wine or the West Side, whatever. They're cool, you know what I'm talking about. And they're all very pragmatic, you know what I'm talking about. They're like past the bullshit or whatever. There's out, honestly, when they come downtown, they're just about having fun or whatever, but not trying to play these little bullshit social games and just like, hey, what's up, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So you can't be like, oh, the whole island feels like this, or I can't be like, the whole island feels like that, you know what I'm saying? Because it isn't. It's very different every community, every household, every family, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But my point is this that I can't believe that I just looked at them. I was like, where do you get this shit? And people, I know for a fact you tell other people beyond, you know what I'm saying, this island, that shit, you know what I'm talking about? And you're getting these people like an immense problems, you know what I'm talking about? That's not reality, you know what I'm talking about? That's not how I deal with people. That's not how I look at people. And I don't need to deal with them. I'll never see these people in my life, you know what I'm talking about? It doesn't affect me, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it literally does nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, stop telling these people bullshit of your own beliefs and then approach me and then whatever it was, this, like, disintegrates, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll make sure it disintegrates when it's brought to my face, you know? For real, I have to. So, stop doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe you honestly believe the shit, but I'm pretty sure you don't, you know what I'm talking about? Because you don't approach me with the shit, and very rarely it slips out, you know what I'm talking about? So that just shows that you know what your shit is wrong. And learn how to deal with people. It's be cool. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. You know what I'm talking about? It's always changing every second. I always trying to go out there, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So trying to adjust and learn or whatever and grow as much as next person. I mean, it's just like, even when I first got here, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you tell the people how many people you had sex with this growing up in Seaside. It's in the hundreds, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I have like no emotional attachment to sex, to people, whatever. And that's reality. When you have that level, it's just like you come disassociated with sex and relationships or whatever. You look at things analytically. And it's always been a strength. And then to someone actually state that I have some kind of attraction to anybody, you know, and purely that, it's just almost like incomprehensible. Like, how do you even? I don't even know how to like. Well, it's like, where does that thought come from? You know what I'm talking about? It's like gotta be from a dark place of hate and, you know, of something, or just ignorance. Someone say hate is, well, that's, you know, you can span ignorance out to hate, but I would just say being disconnected from what it is to be Latino in the, you know, in the tri-state area, I guess, you know. And, you know, first, you know, I thought, well, it's not them, you know, saying it was, you know, it's someone that influenced them. I'm like, man, but they're dumb enough to believe that lie, and they forward that lie, and in the end, it's their action. It's like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm not gonna try to correct them. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to deal with them. I don't need to deal with some dumbass people. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I said hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Not like one or two. 4 hours, like fucking 1900s. The Marine Corps calmed me down a little bit. It's funny, like some people like sex, you know, you know, amount of people that went up in the Marine Corps. Oh shit, just calmed me the fuck down. And I just laughed, you know what I'm saying? Because this white boy, dorky ass motherfucker, when the Marine Corps was like, oh, I get all these people now in the Marine Corps. I was like, he's white, you know what I'm saying? It's like they love white people out here, love and hate them, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, well, here it's just sort of calm me down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You know, because you're like, when you're around all around other brown people, you know, you're dime a dozen, you know what I'm saying? And there's Jersey Shore, you'd stand out, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I miss about Jersey. Sometimes I feel like going back just for that, you know. But now I realize this place sort of like maybe become the 1 in 10,000, the 1 in 100,000, making sure I look like a 10, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I build my body, get that education. So when I go back to Jersey, I'm like, boom, like a perfect fucking diamond, you know what I'm saying? So not just, you know, having everybody around me, you know, that one rarity of people having native blood in Jersey, you know what I'm saying, around a bunch of Italians, Irish, Germans, and everything, you know, and a few black and Latinos that able could escape the ghetto and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, to show how, you know, rare I actually am, you know, being this having a perfect fucking, I don't want to say physique, but a very good one in whatever physique, whatever. There's people way bigger than me at the gym, but no, but just having everything, click, click, check, you know, just bam, a lot of stuff, not everything, but education, boom, money, boom, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and everything else, you know. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I understand, you know. I mean, I'm not dumb, you know. It's just like when you're out there hustling and bullshit, trying to survive and whatever, and you throw out your game, you're like, they're dumb enough to believe my shit, so fuck them. As they're dumbass. Yeah, I get it. You know, I was young. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have no hate animosity, but I don't need to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I literally don't. It don't, like I said, it's just like, why should I care to spend that time and energy on it? Makes no sense to me. Because if I squash one rumor, this rumor, that rumor, that animosity still remains your biases. So it'll be like trying to put out fire, like the Amazon fire. It's not gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I would have to have built up such an infrastructure that would be criminal to destroy. Whatever rumors constantly coming up. So I'm not gonna waste time and energy on it. I just had to get that off my phone. But because it's like, all right, boom, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you're not from Jersey. All right, fine, prove I'm from Jersey or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, it's just like he's not from the Jersey Shore. Okay, well I prove that. Then it'll be something else like I wasn't in the Marine Corps or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I proved that I was in the Marine Corps. It'll be some other shit like I don't live really in Hawaii. Okay, I prove it. It's just because there would be something else, always negative of an attack or whatever. I'm talking about because they keep trying to find something, and it's just like chasing my tail and shit. You know what I'm saying? So why play that game? Don't play a game. You're not why I'm not gonna lose the game if I don't play this shit. So I'm not gonna play chasing my tail fucking game. You know what I'm saying? The never ending little fucking goose chase and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like what would I get out of it anyways? Find the people that don't like me, people with community or culture that fixated to be prejudged and predisposed to give me some kind of negative emotion no matter what I do. Why am I gonna spend energy on dealing with those people? I'm gonna double down on the positive people and the good Samaritans, people just be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, for real, man. It's all too many good people in the world. It'll be like over there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look, I ain't perfect, but I'll deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's make something work. You know what I'm saying? My check, my check. Microphone check.